welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Zetsos Forex. You're with me, Mr. Friendly Neighborhood Millionaire, aka CJ Terra. So yeah, I've been away for a while, but I'm back now. I was just busy with some personal stuff, but yeah, I'm back in business. Let's make this money. So I'm coming up with new episodes now where I'll be doing weekly analysis. Every Sunday I'll be posting a video of what exactly I'm looking forward to, depending on VIX 75, because that's what I mostly trade. Okay, so what are we looking for? Currently, we have noticed that we are in this bullish flag. If you don't know what a bullish flag is, it's a pattern that goes like this. The market becomes bullish, then retraces a bit to the downside, then it might continue to the upside. So currently with VIX, we are stuck in this zone right here. So the higher probability of this is that at a later stage it might break out of that trend line. Okay, but first it might play around. Yeah, so as far as we're concerned, we're still looking for sales until proven otherwise. So unless this candle closes above, then our zone right here, this zone right here, if the market closes above, we won't enter immediately, retest here, then look for long-term trades to the upside. But right about now, starting from tomorrow, depending on how this closes, if there's a bearish engulfing candle that comes down here, closes below this, then my possibility is that I'll be looking for sales to the downside. As the market still moves in that pattern, then possibly we might break to the upside in a continuation. Okay, so that is my bias for now. Okay, so I always say whenever you're looking at the market, look at it in both ways so that you are prepared for anything that happens. Okay, so this is a daily time frame. Okay, so when we drop down to our smaller time frames, let me just remove these. Okay, so if we drop down to our 4-hour, we'll begin to see what currently is going on. Right now, we can't look for sales because there's no confirmation yet. In as much as we might drop down to smaller time frames, we don't have the confirmation as in yet. Because why? If you look at this here, there's no momentum to the downside equivalent enough to this candle that brought us into this trend line zone. A lot of people lost money in this area right here because most of them, they started looking for sales way too early. You see, the market was consolidating. It's the same pattern that is printing on the higher time frame. You see, the market came from the downside, made a flag pattern, and what did it do? It broke out, came back to retest. You see what I'm talking about? It broke out, see, came back to retest, then immediately the market pushed to the upside. Okay, so those are the things you have to look out for and always know the zones. So yeah, when we drop down to our 1 hour time frame, we see what exactly is going on. So you have to have a full breakdown for all the time frames in order for you to understand as you are going down to your entry time frame. Okay, because you need to fully be aware of what the market is doing at the moment. So you see, even on the 1 hour, we don't have enough momentum to tell us no, the market has changed direction. But which part will we be able to take a sell for us to say, okay, yes, the confirmation it has given us to say we are now in a seller's market. Okay, so the last high low, let me just remove this level here. Let me just remove this one. Okay, yeah, so where do I consider taking sales? there's this zone that I'm looking at here. This was the last higher low that was formed here. So if the market comes down, breaks this zone, retest it, prints the right momentum candles, that's when now I can look forward to look for long-term sales to the downside. Otherwise, as for now, this is not proof enough that the market has reversed. Okay, so if I were you, I would be patient enough and wait for the market to tell me exactly what it wants to do. A lot of people lost money in this zone here because they were in a hurry to take trades before the market could actually print out exactly what it was doing. Most of them looked at this and started selling to say that the market is continuing to the downside. But if you look at the market from a higher time frame perspective, you do realize that we are in a bullish flag pattern. So we have to wait for the confirmation for everything. And if I was trading this yesterday, I didn't trade for quite some days. From the time it started doing this, I stayed out of VIX 75 because I don't advise anyone trading consolidations because there's too much. The market doesn't know what it wants. It's just looking for people that are very anxious and just want to trade anyhow. So how would I have, what was my analysis was that if the market breaks this zone, of which it did, but I was waiting for a retest, and with confirmation candles, I would have taken a sell to the downside. But I knew that this was a bullish flag on a higher time frame. Okay, so I knew that at some point in time it would break, just that I wasn't there to take the retest trade on this part. When it came down to retest momentum to the upside, I could have taken a few buys up to the trend line there. But it is what it is. You can't always be there when the market is making its move. So that's my anticipation for now, waiting for a break, retest to the downside. If it's going to the upside, then what do I expect? So in as much as it has made this higher high, what I'm waiting for is the market to break this zone. Okay, the same zone that it has made as a higher high. If I was to look for buys in this setup, okay, if the market breaks this trend line, it breaks here, comes back to retest, gives me momentum candles to the upside on this zone right here, then I can take in for a continuation buy to the upside. My stop loss will be below this zone here, okay, just in case the market decides to believe to return and come back here. Otherwise, I wouldn't take any buys or sales in this zone because I am not yet sure. The market hasn't told me to say it has reversed or it is going to continue. So I would advise everybody that is trading VIX to be very patient for it to play out fully. Okay, so that is basically my analysis. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Let's interact. If you find the content valuable, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's your friendly neighborhood millionaire with Z's Forex. Peace.